Hi, good morning everyone. Today we'll start the first chapter of physics, that is units and dimensions. And it is one of the simple and easiest chapter in physics, and I'm sure you can definitely score very good marks in this chapter. So usually one question definitely comes including first year and second year chapters for competitive exam. It might be CET, JEE Mains or JEE Advanced. And sometimes understanding this first chapter will create a big advantage in physics, especially. I mean to say, if you know units and dimension and the fundamental concept behind this chapter, and you can do many problems in case of JEE Mains and JEE Advanced by just applying the concept of this units and dimensions to any problems in physics. You can easily eliminate the unwanted answers. So we will discuss step by step this chapter. Before that, the first question arises in physics is, what is physics? Very important questions. Till 10th standard, I think everyone studied maths is one combination and science together. So one part is maths, one part is science. Am I right? In science, there will be three branches. One is physics, chemistry, and biology. So this together, grouped together, we studied under the branch science. But when you get into the 11th and 12th, we'll take this as a separate part of your science. Physics, maths is separate, physics is separate, chemistry is separate, and biology is separate. So here we'll see the answer for what exactly mean by physics. So physics is almost related to nature. I mean to say, it is study of nature and its law. It is a study of nature and its laws. Example. So you know the famous story of Newton's, how he derived the Newton's law of gravitations. So there one tree is there. Okay, he sat behind, and there'll be apple tree. He sat in between below the apple tree, and this start falling downwards. So suddenly he thought why exactly it is coming down or falling down. So instead of going up. So then he derived the law of gravitation. What he did is he just observed the phenomena of nature. Then he trying to understand what exactly happening and trying to relate his understanding with the natural phenomena. Then he made one particular rule. That rule is known as laws. Okay, and it is true for everything. So he derived the idea, concept from the nature. So this is how exactly throughout the physics you are going to study. That is a study of nature and its laws. So the great scientist Feynman, he explained this very interestingly. I mean to say, Feynman. So he compared these things on a chessboard. Like there'll be 8 coins moving. From one side we consider as sham, beam. Okay. So 2 players. And there'll be one observer, Chintu. Okay. So when he moves any one soldier one step ahead, this beam will also move one step ahead. And so this Chintu is observed because this Sham and Beam know the rule of chess. So they follow the rules and they trying to move each coins. Okay, but he doesn't know. He just keep observing. Okay, what is happening? So what Feynman describes is the whole chessboard as a nature. And these two guys applying rules, okay, and with particular phenomena, this whole game is playing. Okay, so when you observer sit in the side and looking to the chessboard, he feels okay every time someone move each chess coin with particular rule. Okay, if you start thinking, it will intuition start. Okay, he observe every step. Okay, repeat a step, and he trying to connect himself, and he'll understand and he explore. Okay, then coming to the conclusion, okay, this is happening is like this. If this guy moves this coin, so he'll go and trying to forward in a different direction to make sure that his people should not affected. So like this, so together this whole system is called one phenomena, converting this phenomena into particular law. Okay, so this observer Chintu, or in general if you would like to say scientist or a general common man, if you think a little bit and he observe the nature and what is happening, okay, and he giving a particular idea, say that particular man is known as scientist, and it might be anyone. Okay, we are all general people. If you put little effort to understand the concept of nature and applying and deriving its own formula and rules, that's called as laws. So if you do so, then you called as a scientist. So this is how the concept of physics evolved. Okay, step by step. Every time the whole physics expect you should think little in a different way and trying to find a solution for a particular problem. So this is how exactly Feynman, the great scientist Feynman, explained in terms of chessboard the concept of physics. So it is very interesting point, mean to say, if this phenomena should have a particular quantity, okay, to describe anything, it should have a particular quantity, okay, to describe or to make any laws. Okay, so this particular quantity is known as physical quantity. Physical quantity. So there are two types of quantity. One is fundamental quantity and derived quantity. Derived, fundamental physical quantity and derived physical quantity. We'll discuss one by one, though especially this physical quantity is some quantity to derive or connect or to evolve particular rules, that means law of physics especially. So in detail we study in the next class what are these physical quantity and what is units and how it will help to identify any rule or law of physics, okay, and how we can generate equations, formulas, and there are many characteristics of these fundamental quantities and units and how it helps to continuation of ideas of physics in a particular manner. So these all things we'll study in the consequent classes, and we'll discuss many more laws of physics to understand day by day concepts and whatever the consequence happens, and we'll try to relate to our natural life, natural phenomena, so that you can understand better physics. Okay, it will be very common phenomena. So we'll just open our eyes and look at the concept and try to understand what exactly happening as a keen observer. Here observation matters in case of physics, to study physics, to understand physics. So hope you enjoy physics class in future, and physics is one of the places where you can play big role. If you study your higher studies in the area of physics, definitely you will become a scientist one day. Hope everyone put your effort and interest to understand this concept of physics, to make sure that your study of physics in 11th and 12th should be very interesting and very beautiful. Thank you very much.